It's a Thursday, July 16th, and it's time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Marijuana, cocaine, and alcohol continue to be the primary drugs used in Barbados, but concern is now being raised about non-traditional substances entering the market. Minister of Home Affairs Edmund Hinkson said, close attention is now on new psychoactive substances which are being designed to give users a legal high. He said the situation was revealed by the 2017 and 2018 Barbados Drug Information Network report, which was officially revealed yesterday during a virtual meeting at the National Council of Substance Abuse.
The international drug scene is constantly evolving, and these are of particular concern to us. NPSs, as we will shorten it, are a range of drugs that have been designed to mimic established illicit drugs such as marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, and LSDs. They are new to the market and are not controlled by the 1961 United Nations Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs or the 1971 United Nations Convention on Psychotropic Substances. The intention is to create a legal high. The manufacturers are constantly developing new chemicals to replace substances such as those that are controlled by the law. While there are no statistics from Barbados or otherwise to indicate the presence of new psychoactive substances in Barbados, the NCSA is aware of anecdotal reports which suggest the presence of drugs within this category, such as synthetic marijuana, K2, and spice. Similarly, anecdotal reports are also suggesting the use of lean among the youth.
Minister Hinkson said drugs such as ecstasy, opioids, and crystal meth had also made their way into the market.
Findings from the 2017 and 2018 reports. These reports show that the local drug situation continues to be primarily characterized by marijuana, cocaine, both crack and powdered, and alcohol. However, this appears to be slowly diversifying to include non-traditional substances. These reports highlight a small number of persons seeking treatment for ecstasy as well as police seizures of ecstasy and methamphetamine. Therefore, careful attention should be paid to this as it may point to an emerging trend. Previous Bardin reports also point to the diversification of the drug situation, given sporadic cases of persons seeking treatment for additional substances such as opioids and amphetamines and crystal meth.
Visitors seeking to take advantage of the proposed 12-month Barbados Welcome Stamp will need to pass several requirements, among them the earning of a minimum of US $50,000 annually and background checks. Those were among the criteria outlined by Tourism Minister Kerry Simmons on Wednesday as he addressed the Intimate Hotels of Barbados 20th Annual General Meeting held via Zoom. The program will allow visitors the opportunity to work remotely from Bridgetown for up to a year at a time.
We set the bar at about $50,000 annual income, that's US dollars, and that is a minimum qualification. So the individual who expresses an interest in this 12-month program demonstrates, first of all, that they earn $50,000 US a year. They have a valid passport, obviously, and they must present with an arrangement for health insurance. Now, they can either walk with their own health insurance, or alternatively, because we do not want them to be a burden on the state, obviously, they can source health insurance here. And we felt we would open it up to the opportunity to purchase health insurance here, because it, again, allows for local business, of which we have several in that field, to benefit from some of the opportunity financially. And in addition to that, there will be obviously a background character check and assessment on the individuals who present themselves as potential beneficiaries under this program, so that we do not get the scum of the earth, but we get a decent, upstanding types of people to come here.
The Ministry of Health gets more personal protective equipment in its fight against the dreaded COVID-19 virus, thanks to the Canadian government and the Pan American Health Organization. The donation of PPEs donated yesterday, which cost some 200,000 US dollars, included medical and respiratory masks, protective goggles, and isolation gowns. Health and Wellness Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic thanked Canada for the donation and PAHO for facilitating the process. He said the PPEs are coming at the right time.
And with the resumption of commercial flights, that signals another phase in our efforts to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. And essential to our efforts going forward is having the equipment that is required for our frontline workers at all levels to be able to safely execute their duties. And this, as I said, is fundamentally important. Our efforts, for example, will be based a lot on testing at the airport, testing at satellite facilities, and as the flights ramp up, even testing throughout the country. But in order to be able to do those tests, we need the equipment for the persons who are involved in testing to be in a position to do so very safely. And so this donation is very timely and certainly very much appreciated.
In other news, a social media post about an employee at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital going above and beyond has gone viral. But Rory Watkins, who works in the operating theatre and has been at the QEH for 11 years, tells Barbados Today he was simply doing his job. He adds that while he's pleased with the positive recognition, he was just delivering the best quality service to patients and making them feel comfortable during their stay at the hospital.
It's just part of my job, a day's work, just going along my business and seek to do a little something a little out of my way that couldn't do me any harm. It's just a little boy that I saw his mother was a bit nervous, and more nervous even than the little boy. So he just spoke kindly to both of them. And the next day, that everything will be fine. And that the doctor that was dealing with them is a very efficient person, and he explained to me about the surgery because I was supposed to go and watch it actually, but I was so busy I couldn't. So the next day I just went and paid him a visit, and he told me about that if he was to get this x-ray that he would be discharged, and there was no one to take him there. So he just said that I would do it.
How do you feel that you were able to touch a patient and his parent?
Honestly, I wasn't looking for all of this overwhelming. It's true. But it helps someone that see it fit to make sure that others see what you did. I really appreciate Ms. Braffett.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news from the region, the Bahamas government remains on high alert for fake COVID-19 documents. This as the country refused entry to a number of persons who did not have the requisite papers. We get more in this report from ZNS News.
Health officials revealed that a number of persons have attempted to get into the country using fake COVID-19 documents, and as a result, the police have been notified. Tourism Minister, the Honorable Dionisio Diagula, says they remain on guard, and a number of visitors who came with the wrong test returned back. I think there were approximately 100 people over the course of the first 7 to 10 days, and
And finally, on the international scene, technology moguls and politicians are among many prominent U.S. figures targeted by hackers on Twitter in an apparent Bitcoin scam. We get more of this report from Reuters TV.
A series of high-profile Twitter accounts were hijacked on Wednesday, with some of the platform's top voices, including U.S. presidential candidate Joe Biden, reality television show star Kim Kardashian, former U.S. President Barack Obama, and billionaire Elon Musk, among many others, used to solicit digital currency. One of the now deleted tweets read, quote, "I am giving back to the community. All Bitcoin sent to the address below will be sent back doubled. If you send 1,000, I will send 2,000. Only doing this for 30 minutes. Rapper Kanye West and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos were among the other victims. The cause of the breach was not immediately clear. Shares of Twitter tumbled nearly 4% in trading after the market close. Twitter said in an email that it was looking into the matter.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.